Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, and it's time to cringe with an artist who goes by the name TX2. Came across this guy not too long ago on TikTok because some of the clips and videos they were posting featuring this song were getting some negative reactions. I myself felt my organs kind of like liquefying while watching some of the content. Just a heads up, we're in for something in more of an emo and pop punk vein over here. TX2, kind of a surprising name for someone in that genre, but regardless, I would hate me too. Let's give it a spin.
I'm a fuckboy, dirtbag, piece of shit. Yeah, the kind your mama warned about when you were a kid. I'm a black hole, lost soul, can't be fixed.
You know, I think it's one thing to kind of be yourself in your music video, and I think it's another to kind of go out of your way to look and act as unlikable as possible, and not even in the sort of funny, self-deprecating way that I think he's going for. Also, this is like kind of a pop punk hashtag alternative hashtag emo music type track, but why does the song essentially like just have an AC/DC riff?
There's a reason I keep wrecking relationships.
God, the vocals sound like Weird Al.
I'm a psychopath. I'm the knife in your back. It's the shower scene when I'm in the room. I'm a bad attitude. I'm the villain to you. I would fucking hate me too.
I don't necessarily want to critique the song in this way because I've seen some of this guy's TikToks and his very sensitive reactions to the idea that he's like, you know, bragging on this song or kind of like glorifying the kind of behavior and attitude that he's singing about and kind of embodying through this character here, if it is even a character. But like, what other takeaway do you want people to have when, again, you're like rocking on top of this AC/DC riff, strutting your stuff, operating through the whole track with like, you know, these goofy glasses and this shit-eating grin? Like, even if there are some dark and awful experiences and intentions at the core of what is being sung about on this song, on the surface, like the big, blaring, obnoxious, and terrible takeaway is like, yeah, I'm a fucking piece of shit. Woo! Which I think there's ways of going about singing about that narrative without making it seem like it's cool. Inadvertently, there's enough of that going on in movies and in music with guys like obsessing over sad sack songwriters and sometimes their toxic behavior. Yeah, that is already a thing. Just by accident, we don't need to sort of inadvertently embrace it too.
I'm a 5'4" man whore who slit his wrist. Get 100,000 kids out there think I'm the shit.
This 5'4" man whore verse in this song has kind of been a point of contention, and while TX2 has done his best to, I guess, explain his reasoning behind it, it still does not sit right with me. Because given the tone of the track, it kind of feels like he's making light of a sewer slide. Also, how is it through the track he's like singing about what a D-bag he is, and he's a 5'4" man whore, and so on and so forth, just a terrible person. But again, as far as the visuals that we're seeing goes, like, he's the victim. He's the one who's like, you know, getting wrapped up and kidnapped and whipped and beaten and treated badly. So again, just like really weird juxtaposition narratively and also visually.
And again, I'm a mess, but I do it for the press. I'm not okay.
Really weird that he would take issue with the idea that like, oh, well, don't take my song as bragging. Don't take my song as me glorifying these things. Okay, so you have that, but then simultaneously you're like, and I do it for attention. Blah! If you're conscious enough of that behavior to put it in your fucking song, then like, that's kind of on you, dude. When people say you're bragging and when people say you're glorifying, that's them just accurately assessing what they're seeing in front of their eyes.
Hate me too.
So he's just kind of like jumping from place to place to place to place to place. We're being beaten, but then we're also like switching from scene to scene like it's freaking everything everywhere all at once. Except the main character is a fake emo who's way less likable. Take this naughty version of me. Urgh. You're trying too hard, blah, 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 blah. I'm self-loathing, I'm self-loathing, I'm self-loathing, I'm self-loathing, I'm self-loathing, I'm self-loathing, I'm self-loathing. Aren't I interesting? Hopefully one day TX2 becomes a more well-rounded songwriter and gains personality traits that are not this, so he'll be able to write about other things.
I would fucking hate me too.
Some of these lyrics just are not hitting, honestly. I'm a bad attitude. I mean, to be completely honest, as obnoxious as this guy seems from this song and from this music video, simultaneously, he seems like a bit of a softie as well. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that as a diss. I feel like, being soft and kind of being a bit of a sweetie here and there can be a good thing, especially for guys. I say this to illustrate that I don't think this is the kind of dude who, when he walks into a room with a bad attitude, everyone turns and is like, uh-oh. Here comes TX2, guys, and he's not feeling very good again. Oh, he's got that look on his face. He's having a bad day today. Watch out. Don't make eye contact with him. Meanwhile, he comes up and he's like, hey, guys, what's going on? Yeah, okay.